Roma plays.
Oh, 20 seconds, he says.
And we have gone live.
Who do we want to watch on Mill Sideshow?
Who do I want to watch? Tell you who I want to watch. I want to watch Salmon. I want to see what he does on mids. See if he goes for any incredible Roma plays. But I'm gonna just call where the demo man
chilling
go at the
in
beginning.
spawn. What the fuck? Himsy's AFK.
Oh, so I assume they're going to restart. Huey's taking the top ground along with both of his scouts as Settler just takes the normal route. And they have all arrived at the mid-fight. It seems like Evoke is the one to go aggressive. With the big bombing coming from Arvins gets onto Tomsy and does take him down. And now, even though Lithuania has lost a few players, they're going to be able to have that heal advantage. And they had also almost forced Finland out. And Finland were really damaged, but because they had their medic alive, they felt like they had to go back and keep him alive. So they've given the point to Finland. Very passive play there from Lithuania, in my opinion.
Himsy comes into the fight eventually really late into his own rump room there and finds Starsky waiting for him and loses the battle despite Starsky having his back turned to him. But now he's back in the game. He's going to be able to dust himself or pick himself up off the floor there. And we do see Lithuania sitting here with that uber advantage, going to be able to make a play into middle, but it's always a tough push to make. He finds Hawks though, and he's going to combine with the Vogche to pick off Salmon, so both soldiers of Finland sacrificing themselves for that uber force. Will Lithuania choose to punish here, or are they just going to be happy to control the midpoint? It looks like they'll be more than happy to sit back here, but they really could have gone for it, like leave one player to cap, go forward, try and find a few more frags. They decided to wait. Granary is a tough map, with all these stalemates between 2 and 3. They seem to be happy to play that game though, but look, as they kill Himsy, the Finns aren't even in the yard yet, Sideshow. They're just going to give it up for free. Yeah,
they realise that they've got a little bit of a man disadvantage, I think, at the time when they expected Lithuania to be moving forward. But Lithuania really slow off that midpoint, and now Finland come out to try and recontest the yard. There is a forward sticky trap that takes down Tomsy. Oh goodness me! Another drop from Tomsy off the back of a great sticky trap by Huey, and that's going to force Lithuania to come in and absolutely destroy people. But not before Hugs and Zappers go aggressive and pick up Nighthawk and Arvins respectively. Tomsy calling out in chat that the sticky trap was gay. I'm not really sure what kind of sexual preference Huey's sticky traps have, but Tomsy seems to have a good idea about it. Where have Lithuania gone? Oh, they're in the ramp room, and they've been drawn back to mid from a back cap by Himsy, who's going to run through, but Huey's got his number and hits a sticky on him. He's buying a lot of time for the Finnish respawns to come in here.
Yeah, they are just regrouping around that second point. They know they're at a big uber disadvantage. Zappos is going to peek into the garage and he sees they're coming. He knows that they should back off. Nobody should be playing garage right now, but one man who refuses to play by convention is Sam, and he was hiding in the drop down. He's going to come in from behind here. He's going to be able to get the force off, and Lithuania are in a position where they can actually push for this forced uber, and they are going to chase ahead here, but they're taking a fight that's 3 versus 6 right now. This is dangerous. They're going to commit to it anyway. Huey Baccarat trying to get out. They're getting hounded by Himsy, who's down as low as 23 health there, but Lithuania have lost 3 players so far, and Finland just goaded them into that push, sat back. They did lose their medic though, so that's not ideal, but they might be able to hold on here. Huey is doing a great job of pumping out the damage, and no heals for Finland. Maybe it's Lithuania have played the master stroke here and ace up their sleeve. Sideshow as they go forward here, having baited the counter bait from Finland, and now they're going to get that round 1-0 here to Lithuania on Granary, coming out strong.
Yeah, I think any push into Granary last where you manage to get the med and retreat out without wiping fully is a real advantage for you, because second is so easy to defend against players who don't have those heals. They just absolutely destroyed them as they pushed into that point without any heals. The Finnish players going down so weak, and they managed to wipe them on second and pick up the round.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with your assessment. I'm just trying to decide who to watch on this mid fight. I'm looking at Setlet as he avoids the pistol shots, regroups with his team. His health is still good though, so Finn looking ready to rock. Avokte is going to just jump around in arcs here, trying to distract people. Huge air shot coming out from, was that Salmon onto RVN? Somebody got air shot right there, but right now it's Finland who seem to be slowly losing this fight. No, actually, they're trying to regroup here. Hawks is separated from his medic though, but Selit is with Tomsy, but he goes the long way around the crate. Nighthawk's going to punish, finishes off the medic as well. He actually got credit for that frag onto Selit, but Nighthawks realises that it's
comes in and kills him with the Ubersaw.
He had nothing left loaded.
Wow. Poor Hawks, and he gets destroyed by the Uber, so there gives back out his Uber charge, but it would have got it either way, seeing as Tomsy went down on the mid-fight. And maybe they're going to have another little second mid-fight here, because the Finnish aren't going to have any heals, but they've got quicker spawners in the form of Zappis and Himsy, but they're going to find a Starsky there on the field, as well as Arbenz and Evoke that have finally come here.
Salmon's flanking as well. You can see the medi beam up top. He's popping off a few rockets at Evoke, so he gives his position away. Now he's going to try and jump behind, finds the medic in the run room, gets the force out. Great play there from Salmon. He beat at that soldier in and then saw the window of opportunity, and he jumped right through that window.
Yeah, that was a great play from Salmon there. I really like that. He knew that he could get the med, and he didn't jump up top where he had seen the med beam. He jumped on the bottom where he knew that that back out would be going, and caught him perfectly there. So that gives an Uber advantage to Tomsy, and it looks like they're going to want to push with this. They've just got the Uber charge now. Back out's on 50% though, so they're going to have to make a move quickly. Granary known for its stalemates between this third and second point.
Arbenz comes in from that right hand side on the attacking perspective. Nobody was watching, everybody was looking towards the rump room for the push, and Tomsy saw him. He was trying to call to his team, but he had to pop over to save himself. But Lithuania's position is not good. They've lost 2 more players despite having that excellent force from Arbenz. Nighthawk and Hui have gone down. No demo man up means it's like free admission here for Finland. They can steam ahead, take 2 points, or at least move forward and try and force this Uber charge, which is what they're facing. It's a full charge right now for Baccarat. He's sitting here on the point with the Vokce. Scouts are rushing in. One goes left, the other comes in right. He's down at 10 before the medic pops. Baccarat milking that one to perfection. Gets 2 scout frags for his trouble. Nice assists. And now they're going to hunt down Hawks and Tomsy. Hawks can't make it through the door. He's going to go down, but Sellett's coming in. He can. Oh, no, he can't do it. He can't get that last sticky onto the medic. Baccarat survives on 26 there, Sideshow.
Yeah, that's really nice play, and Tomsy gets chased down by Nighthawk, so that's going to give a huge advantage to Lithuania. But there's a backcap going on at the moment, and Salmon does take down Starsky as well, but he can't quite beat the ×7 stack on mid from Lithuania. If he just had another player alive, if Finland had known that they were going to be backcapping and been able to stop middle. But not quite.
He was trying his hardest.
There's another backcap at the moment as well, as both the players from the Finnish flank are behind them, Zappis and Salmon. Are they going to be able to get back to last before Lithuania push? Yes, Lithuania just waiting to pick them up. They're going to get both frags here, surely.
Yeah,
Salmon and Zappis down.
That's troubling to see, like, that they both went behind there. They really left their team short-handed here on last against this huge Uber. And Salmon try and seal the deal. Arbenz taking the fight up top is going to finish off Hawks. Avokti on to settle it, and they are going to make this a 2-0 game. They've taken a 2-round lead here on Granary after that heartbreak on Gullywash. This could be the beginning of a comeback. Are we going to see 3 maps, Sideshow? I want to believe.
I really want to see 3 maps. I really want the Lithuanians to miss their silly basketball game. But also for the viewers, you know, that's the main reason, of course. Settler coming in here doing the classic rollout, but Huey up top. Both the scouts from Lithuania are going up top as well. It seems like a good opportunity for Settler to get some damage onto the team initially. The heals have come now, they're onto Settler, and the Finnish team pushing across the point. That's going to instigate a bomb in from Evoke, and he hits a nice air shot onto Himsy, who was just jumping at the time. The scouts from Lithuania pressuring Tomsy, who's been left alone with only Zappis and Settler left alive. He's getting pistoled down here and does get finished off by Huey, and that's a very dominant middle by Lithuania.
Yeah, great target selection from the Vokce. Like, always good to take a scout out a middle, because they are the powerhouse that cleans up so many mid fights. And you saw, like, even with just Himsy down, the scout advantage swings in favour of Lithuania, and it's just so difficult. Sure, when you've got a buff, you don't mind fighting a scout, but whenever you're cowering in the corner, the scouts are coming, you know it's curtains, man, and they are just steaming forward here. Another pistol frag, this time for Nighthawk, as he finishes off the respawning Himsy, who just didn't want to give up on the dream there. Right now, Finland find themselves with a heavy weapons guy in the form of Zappis. No scouts on the field for them right now, but they are at 80% Uber disadvantage. Huge amount of time for Lithuania to decide how to push, but they're already coming in the right hand side. Sellett's really far forward, and he's got the force, but at what cost? This team now have no sticky bombs here to block, no damage source apart from Himsy and Zappis, who's playing heavy. Zappis has done a great job of surviving to this point, but Soda going to come in from his blind side, popping rockets as the scouts run forward with the scatter shots. And Lithuania have just opened the floodgates here. Another round, it's 3-0, and there are how many minutes left on the clock? 20 minutes left on the clock.
This is a really dominant performance from Lithuania. I'd be interested to see what they manage to pull out on the mid-fights. They're quite odd mid-fights. They're like counter-baiting the aggression. They're waiting for Finland to go aggressive before Lithuania are able to get onto them. The same rollouts again. Settler going down quite weak this time, and we've got an aggressive Himsey across the point. Evoke getting ready to bomb, as he has done before. Salmon hits some nice rockets, and he's gone flying up in the air. Arvens does get picked as he tries to go aggressive. Evoke and Arvens both down, and it looks like the mid might be in control of Finland here.
Yeah, Lithuania back out, but the scout of Nighthawk is going to just make sure that they buy time. Nuki as well going in to sacrifice, and that's not really so bad here. Scouts aren't necessarily that useful at holding on CP2. It's so confined, why not send them in there to see if they can make the hero play. They'll be back up and they'll be fast on the field to regroup with their team. The Uber can be used here to buy time.
Himsey coming in on top, gets onto the medic, and he's actually forced the Uber. Is Tomsey going to be able to get out here? He is, and they don't even have to use... Oh, that was a great play by Himsey. He just ran in through the garage area, through the top, and dropped down and meat shot Tomsey, and he meat shot back out, sorry, and he got all scared. All kinds of fear.
Yeah, that is obviously the downside. They had lost a lot of vision on the flank. Nobody was just standing up top there. One soldier holding on top would have probably denied that. Although you never know with him. But right now, Hawk's taking out Nighthawk. Settle's gone down, but Finland want to continue with the push anyway because they have that Uber advantage. They're looking for frags. They're hungry, but actually they're not hungry. They're Lithuania, but no, they're actually going to back out here. And,
awful.
Finland are having their just desserts. They tried to push their a little over eager without their demo man, and they've been punished. Oh, I've got all sorts of puns, mate.
Oh, please don't. The Ubercharge advantage was in favour of Lithuania there, but the longer they take trying to push out from this quite difficult last, the more it gives, the more time it gives Tomsey to build up his Uber, and he does have it now. They've also got an aggressive sniper waiting for a pick. That's Zappis. As he picks up the sniper rifle, I can't actually find him at the moment, but he's going to be going for a pick. He's in garage right now, and he's walking towards this left-hand door. He doesn't actually have anyone to support him at the moment, but I don't think he's going to see anyone on that left-hand side either. So he's probably going to rotate back up top, or possibly to the right-hand side.
Uh-oh. He doesn't have time to get that connection to the dome of Nuki. He's too quick. He's sitting there fully charged anyway. Any shot would have killed him. But after Setlet gentlemanly opening that door, it will be Zappis who dies. He's going to respawn, and he's decided to play as the scout now. So maybe they're going to commit to a push, maybe a suicide play, but it is Uber versus Uber here, as Finland try to get their first round on the board here on Granary. Just going into 17 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time to play with. Salmon's going to jump in, immediately denied by Nighthawk. That was a two-shot for sure. Maybe a little sniper action, but I definitely didn't get credit for it. But Salmon's dead. Maybe he's going to be the one to off-class, but that single bomb not effective whatsoever, Sideshow.
No, not at all. They were completely prepared for it. They knew they might try something like that, and it was totally shut down. I think they could have afforded to sack another player in there. I don't think a single bomb is going to do anything on Granary last. But the Ubercharge is used. Settler bombing forward to try and take out that sniper rifle, and Nuki does go down. Nighthawk also going down to Hawks. So that's the flank. Both the scouts from Lithuania dead, but the Ubercharge has popped so much later. But Arven's going really aggressive there and dying for it. Getting disconnected from the Uber, and now Lithuania are in a terrible position in a 5v3 situation, and they all get wiped.
What a fucking push from Finland there. Didn't lose a single player. They had a great strategy, well executed. Saw that sniper was alone on the left. You see Setlet jumping forward, the low jump straight into the sniper, kills him, turns around, kills the scout trying to chase him, and then they get the foresight as well, and it's just a matter of, ring around the rosies there. But incredible push from Finland. Beautiful TF2. I'm loving it, Sideshow.
It's a really good match at the moment. Finland just maybe coming back into this match. Have we got a game on our hands?
Oh, you know it, baby.
Arvin's trying to bomb in there, but Zappis gets the first frag onto Nighthawk. Arvin's coming round the side and does manage to pick up Zappis. Huge high bomb in there from Salmon as he manages to pick up back and forces Huey and Starsky, that's his name, out of the choke point, and it now remains for them to just pick up the rest of the players, and Hawks does that with aplomb, picking up Arvins and Huey.
Mate, he didn't do it with a plum, he did it with a rocket launcher. And right now... Oh, groans from Sideshow. Please. They're going to push ahead here on the left. I'm going to beat you into submission, mate. 2 down still for Lithuania. Huey's just about to get a respawn with RVNs, but no demo man here means they've got no position, and they are really up against it right now. 70% missing from their Uber charge. Tomsy is going to be barreling forward from that left hand side. Huey with the quick deck kills off Hemsey though, playing that minesweeper role yet again. And now Finland need to find frags, they need to equalise this situation, but instead they just lose everybody. They're going to kill off Baccarat and Arvians, only Salmon remains alive. It would be a big ask for him to do something here. He's going to go to Lunchbox, pick up the kit. I'm not expecting him to get the cat, but he can at least make the distraction here. He's going to come in and start spamming onto that scout. He drops down, gives up his high ground position, but he's just pumping out damage on so many different targets here. There's a lot of softened people for Zappos to come in and clean up. Kills off Hui, now tries to storm forward into the soldier, kills off a Vokje, and he can regroup with his team here in Lithuania. They are in trouble, 3 men down. Nuki's going to be back on the field in 1 second, but already the Finns are barreling down. They're pounding them from on high here. They're trying to beat out a few players. The scouts continue to clean up. Zappos is in like a 3 or 4k right now. And with RBN's respawn, and he's trying to go toe to toe with Salmon, but just can't even win that fight. And Finland, they're back in this, baby!
They're ready to take it. They're going to take it to another golden cap of Admirable. We've got 13 minutes left. I don't think it's going to go to a golden cap. Not 3-3 maybe at least. But we've seen some fast rounds fired off in succession there from Finland, and they've brought it back to 2-3. So a really nice counter push back onto second there with some distraction from Salmon. I really like that play.
I see that Huey's going to roll out up top again. This time he's doing a slightly better job. He's still pretty weak though. Hemsey's trying to move forward, and Nighthawk is going to drop down and try and contest him, but really the Lithuanians playing that high ground strategy, just trying to stay up there. Vokje into Salmon. Zappos is going to avenge him, but Huey now has the opportunity to walk forward. Gets 2 frags there, Hemsey and Selleck going down to the hand of Huey. Only Hawks remains alive as the Lithuanians look strong. Hawks is trying to pull something out here for his team, but again, who are the 2 players left alive with the medic? Both scouts of Lithuania, time and time again on these Granary medals, they're just showing the Finns how to play it.
Yeah, they've got that high ground and they're just destroying people who jump up and then clean into the frags on the bottom. It's great play from these newcomers to the scene. Of course, a lot of the players on Finland have been playing for a long time, but some new names from Lithuania that people probably haven't seen as much, maybe at all. Yeah, just been told that the other game that we were hoping to stream may not be being streamed right now. We were hoping to put it on teamfortress.tv. That's just a little aside. The whole scheduling thing has been quite disastrous today, but if you have just joined us here on teamfortress.tv, this is the ETF2L Nations Cup number 5, powered by TT Esports. It's the quarterfinals. It's Finland versus Lithuania, and it's getting very heated right now as frags and Gibbs explode in that lunchbox area. Lithuania with the flank here, with their Uber advantage, they've managed to get into the point for free. They haven't popped off, but they have sacrificed that advantage. 95% for Tomsy. He's getting pressured. He does pop. Vokje with the force, and then the counter Uber comes in from Baccarat. So it's pretty good trade here for Lithuania, but the Lithuanian medic actually gets launched forward, manages to make out just about. Nighthawk sort of sacrificing himself there to make sure that Baccarat could escape. But now the Lithuanians are hoping that Finland will walk forward into their trap. It's Huey with 5 stickies above the point. He's hoping nobody's going to check. Now he's given his position away. Hawk sees the sticks. He's not going to fall for that one. He's got experience. But as they turn around to look towards Garage, Scout rushes directly into their face. Nuki with a 2k, Arvians and a Vokje picking up frags as well. Only Tomsy remains alive. And I think the Finns were just a little bit complacent, and they didn't expect the repush. Absolutely not. They lost both of their flank players in Garage, but they just didn't seem to adjust their position to account for that, and still tried to cap the point off, even though they were down a few players. And Lithuania making absolutely the most of that, just timed their aggression perfectly, all ran in as one. Both of the scouts putting out huge damage.
I'm looking to the Finnish perspective. This middle, Hui, 2 stickies already on the kit by the time Setlick comes around that corner. He is just not fast enough on mid so far, but how will this affect his team? Tomsy is catching spam. He's down 40 health here. Himsey on 7, Setlick on 3, gets launched back into the corner. He does go down, and medic down. And just set up on middle, Hui with the stickies on the med pack, then the spam over the crate. Absolutely wreaking havoc amongst the Finnish ranks, and Finland the momentum has firmly been taken from their hands. They just lost that last round, and this middle doesn't tell us that there's a change in store.
No, in this kind of mid-fight where one team wipes and the other team still has their Uber charge activated, you know, that's very deadly on a map like Granary. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another round going here. And Hawks just at the end of that mid-fight floundering a little bit, back out only on 30 HP, and he launched up in the air, and Hawks had 3 rockets in to hit 30 damage and couldn't quite manage it. The Uber's going to come out here on the left-hand side. No, it isn't. They're just milking it all the way in. They get about halfway through the last point, but they actually drop one of their scouts at the same time, and they're struggling to put damage onto Zappis. Zappis eventually does go, and a big bomb in there from Setlet as he takes the high ground, and now they're pouring damage onto Lithuania. This could be a very good hold here, because the Uber really didn't account for much. The Finnish team nicely dodged it just by holding the absolute opposite side of the huge last point. Kited that, but it looks like Starsky's respawned onto Spy.
And Lithuania are unable to contest this. They did throw a few players into the mixer there. Voxy trading with Hawks, but Finland able to move out and get time on the point here. There's pressure onto the medic though. Revolver plays from Starsky, aka Nuki, gets him down as low as 40, but no pop coming out. Still 50% behind his Baccarat sitting on mid here with Hui. He sees the ragdoll of Nighthawk fall down from the top. Hui, or Imsy, getting credit for that frag, and he's continuing to just bound forward here on the high ground, straight into Hui. 2 shots, 3 shots, demo down. He's going to try and reload here. He wants to take on the entire team, but Himsy creating such space. That's the Himsy we know and love. And now we're going to see a very early Uber here from Finland. This probably isn't what Himsy had in mind, but his team have moved forward, got a frag off of that. Himsy will respawn, but now they're going to be facing a counter push here perhaps from Lithuania. The respawns will be coming in for them momentarily. They'll have 6 players on the field. How are the Finns going to react to this? They're standing in between left and right yard. They're going to poke in from that Z as well. Why aren't Lithuania fishing here? They're not. They're taking it very cagely. I suppose they know they're in the lead. Oh, and the soldier goes forward and gets rushed down by Himsy. He just seems to be getting a second wind here. The Uber is forced out, and Himsy again is the man with the answers. He's going to lead Finland to victory here, Sideshow.
There's crazy play happening all over the place. I'm really surprised that Lithuania didn't make more of that incredible Uber advantage that they had. They could very easily have pushed out there and caught Finland with their pants down. But as it was, they had a terrible Uber. Hui just jumped forward, trying to make the most of what was a terrible Uber, and actually made it even worse by throwing his own life away. That means no stickies to try and deny Finland as they come in here, just milking this Uber charge. Tomsy's still on 126 HP. This Uber won't be forced for a while. It looks like they're going to be able to get all the way to the point without even having to use. The Uber finally just come off back out on 80 HP, but they have dropped 3 already. Nuki the only one left alive, and they cap that point out. This is the comeback. 4-3 Admirable.
Mate, if I see a team pushing into me on Granary last and they haven't even Ubered walking all the way in and then the Uber, I'm just like pressing my suicide key, please. Lithuania now just rocking back there. They're on their heels almost. Can Finland land another blow to knock them over here? Now we're going to see this, the 8th middle, 6 minutes 40 left on the clock. First blood goes to Zelu, who catches Hui totally off guard there, and immediately Lithuania get to make the easy decision of, okay, our demo man got destroyed on middle, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, definitely, and they're going to have to give up yard as well, and depending on how fast Finland push, they might even be able to take second if Hui hasn't quite got up. It looks like that's exactly what's on their mind. They've still got 6 minutes, but they're playing with all the desperation as if it was a golden cap. They have locked them out completely, and they've got the Uber charge. That's a great play from Finland.
He's come all the way behind here. He went out garage. Oh, if he touches the point, he's going to give himself away, but he's onto the medic, gets the force. They're already... Oh, Finland are 2 down here. And they want to push. They realise this is a bad idea. They're going to back out. Baccarat is sitting on 2%. Did they have Uber as well, or is he just respawned?
And he Salmon jumped in and managed to force it with the help of Himsy, I think, who then managed to escape. I'm not sure. It was one of the scouts. It might have been Zappis. And so yeah, at the same time as that Uber was forced, the opposite Uber was forced. But they also lost Setlet in Finland, so they weren't able to make anything of it. And now the Ubers have equalised at 50%. Arvin's running the heavy as well. And they're going to jump in, both the soldiers from Finland trying to make something happen, but Settler goes down in the meantime. And now the heavy weapons guy's spun up, and he's going to have so much health he's going to need absorbing. And only Himsy stays alive from that attack, and he's been spotted already as well. So Lithuania only going to leave the heavy on last maybe and push all the way out, but Yeah, Himsy's going to go down here, and they've got a lot of cap time on second. But Settler and Salmon possibly want to try and contest this with only a scout further forward, and they might be able to take this. They've got the respawns, they've got the heals, and Arvids is going to take so long to push out. Scout running in, Zappis takes down Huey, and then still manages to take down Nighthawk afterwards with a nice play. And it seems like the downfall of both of these teams is just after they've capped, or just about to cap the second point, and the team just comes in and defends it.
But like the rest of the team had no intention of going in there. There was 3 players sitting on last. Like, I gotta discredit those guys who pushed ahead and really tried to commit to that cap. Sure, take a look and see if it's possible, but don't stay there and leave your team like 3 down trying to hold last without even an Uber charge. Really not worth that risk. But now it's 4-4 and I couldn't be happier, Sideshow. And I'm going to be watching the Settler perspective on this middle because he just raped Kuhi last middle.
Sorry, yeah, he absolutely destroyed him. And Huey's up top at the moment. He has stickied Settler off the pack a little bit, but he's bought a lot of position for his team. But Himsy comes running in trying to pressure Huey, and he's distracted eyes from the entire Lithuanian team. Hox is going to follow up on that by trying to get as much damage as he can onto Huey. He does take him down, but at the same time, 2 others have died from Finland. There goes Zappis as well, Settler included in one of them. And the combo's caught behind. Terrible by Finland, but Salmon, saving grace, manages to pick up back hard.
Yeah, definitely making the best of a bad situation. They're getting that medic pick, but they won't be able to slow down that cap by much. Himsy's the only man on the field for Finland. As I say that, 3 more spawns come in, so Lithuania will be struggling to get much time in this point. Himsy's going to be the sentinel here, denying them from the point. He is ever vigilant. He's going to see there's another scout actually. He's going to pepper both of them with his scattergun and get a little support from Zappis there. But the Lithuanian scouts, with a good read of the situation, they're going to back out. They know they're up against it. Now, 3 minutes left on the clock. You're playing Granary, a pretty slow map, although the 4-4 scoreline doesn't necessarily agree with that analysis. But do you sit back? Do you park the bus? Do you play for the golden cap here, or do you... Oh, Finland lose 2. Maybe not anymore.
Definitely not. With 3 minutes left, it's still all to play for. Even on a map like Granary, I wouldn't be confident trying to defend and just park the bus, especially on a 4-4. And Finland have just crumbled right here. They might have thrown it away. Maybe they should have just parked the bus. Admirable. A crit's coming in from Huey. He's not going to find anyone because they're all the way back in spawn, but they've got enough picks maybe just to secure these spawn doors. But the Uber comes out, but they just... Lithuania realising that everybody from Finland was at that point.
No. Yeah, I'm just checking Baccarat's Medigun. Medigun, no more crit, and it's the same for Tomsy, so it's going to be a straight up mid fight here. But really, Finland need to do something because Lithuania can choose to play very defensive here. They can play a low risk middle, back out, take that 2-3 battle with Uber, and it doesn't. They're just sitting back here with their scouts as they have done most middles. Huey stepping into the rump room now, coming back out with the heals, and look at the health in Finland. But it's actually they who get first blood. If Octay goes down, but Salmon and Zappis are going to follow them from the blue side. Oh wow, those scouts coming forward whenever they know there's so many weak targets and just wreaking havoc there. Nuki and RVNs combined to get a couple of frags.
Settler comes in and kills Baccarat. He actually got him. Wow, that's brilliant. He was on like 6 HP or something. Whoa, that was so weird. He just like snuck in behind him and piped. Whoa, big plays there from Settler, possibly saving the round. I mean, there's 1 minute 25 left, and Finland are going to have to be really aggressive in order to try and take this to a golden cap. They have the opportunity now, though, thanks to Settler. But Arvind is waiting. Arvind is ready. He was hiding there on the forward spawn, but gets taken down by Himsy before he can do any damage to Tomsy. Too many Z's in this team. So, yeah, now they've got the opportunity. But Salmon and Zappis go down as well. It's a 4v4 situation. Finland have still got to go aggressive. Himsy runs in and tries to do something, but does get taken down. Big bombing from Hox as well. Is this the last dying agonal gasp from Finland?
Yeah, the rump room was wide open as well there. Like, Lithuania had options because Finland all pushed from that left-hand side in their perspective and left the right open, but Lithuania just knowing that they can sit back here. 35 seconds left on the clock. Baccarat is dead right now, but so is Tomsy just going down there. Finland know it's over. I think for this map anyway, it is a best of 3, and this is Lithuania tying the series up, so we will be going to a third map, Sideshow. People will be getting a bang for their buck, but what about that basketball game?
The basketball game is already over, as far as I know. When did it start? It started at 2015 our time. So no, they've already missed. They've already missed half the game, and by the time this goes to the next map, they might have missed the entire thing.
They
instantly switch the map. I get the feeling that these Lithuanians are really, really anxious to get this kind of thing over with. I think Bakat's a big basketball guy. I think he really wanted to watch it along with Nighthawk. When I was in their mumble earlier, they gave a quote to me. They said, "It's nobody in Lithuania is interested in TF2. We only care about basketball." But here they all are, missing their basketball game to play in the quarterfinals of the ETF2L Nations Cup against Finland. This map takes all.
I have managed to locate the logs just quickly. Juked out there. It was, of course, a 5-4 scoreline to the Lithuanians. It was a very back and forth game, much like Gullywash. Like, these two maps that people complain about being slow have been action-packed here in this Nations Cup fixture, but straight up at the top of the damage tables again, Huey frags, 18 death cell, only managing 19 for 8, and sorted by kills and assists per death. And just look at how efficient those scouts were from Lithuania. Nighthawk and Nuki up there at the top, 3 for 16 for 19, 28 for 11 for 17, just playing that cleanup role excellently. Evokche again stepping up for his country, really delivering. But RVN's getting into the game a bit more this time around, but look at all those Finnish players really struggling to avoid death, like not playing very efficiently at all, Sideshow.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with playing that hyper-aggressive role that Himsey loves to do, is the fact that he's going to rack up all those deaths, and he needs the kills, he needs his aim to be on track to be able to count it. You know, he's going for that 30 for 30, but doesn't quite manage it this time, and the Lithuanian scout showing him how it's done up there at the top of the scoreboard.
Looks like we're going to be going to Process, and what a map to close out this best of 3 series. One of the most interesting, technically challenging, those rollouts, and of course try to push that last point. It can be painful. We might see all sorts of sniper NG heavy shenanigans, depending if teams actually have 6 up to be able to hold on there. But both teams are starting to rejoin the server here as the map has been changed. Of course, the Finns are taking the traditional smoke break, I imagine. Or just as everybody's ready, Hawks will say, "Okay, I'm going for a smoke, I'll be back in 5. So it could be a while before this starts. But it has been 2 grueling maps so far. We saw just saw Gullywash go 5-4 to the Lithuanians, but previously, Granary 5-4 to the Lithuanians, but previously it was that golden cap win by Finland on Gullywash that set them ahead in the series. It's 1-1 right now, Sideshow. Jerry, ask you for a prediction.
What we're looking at here, Process. I think I'm going to give it to Lithuania. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to give it to Lithuania. I think this map favours a kind of really aggressive, the ability to push through chokes and be able to wrap around people and make nice flanking plays. I think is going to help Lithuania, but again, yeah, I think we're going to see Himsey and Zapis running in through these flanks and making tons of plays for their team. It's going to be a really tough one to call.
I'm gonna take a risk here. There's good options for roamers as well. Let's think about Salmon versus RVNs here. Salmon's got some moves. I'm not really sure how efficient his rollouts are, but
Salmon's rollouts are pretty good. They're really good.
I'm gonna hope to see Finland getting the edge on middle off of that, and I'm gonna give it to Finland. It's gonna be another golden cap. Let's say 5-4.
Another golden cap. They're definitely going to miss their basketball game, which incidentally I've brought up on a stream just to have a look at it. Are you interested? You're not a basketball guy. The USA currently crushing Lithuania, as I thought they would be.
How many touchdowns do they have?
They've got at least 34 touchdowns, and USA have put their football in the back of the net 41 times.
Decent. Is that an impressive score? Is that difficult? It's usually very close, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is pretty close, and that's a good half-time score, I think. But I do think USA are going to take it, and Lithuania would be a hard push to be able to do anything against their team.
Hopefully, Arie's got the basketball up on stream right now. If you've just joined us, this is basketball.tv. I am James Magic McDonald, and this is... I don't know your name, Sideshow. I'm struggling. Josh Wilkinson.
Josh, yeah, that's the one.
Josh the Hoopmaster Wilkinson, and we are loving me some b-ball action right now.